What's up, guys? It's Josh with JTM Racing. So I know I haven't been doing videos lately, and I just kind of been really busy, been working a lot, always tired, getting stuff done to the house, just all kinds of stuff going on. So I'm gonna start making more videos. I know a lot of people want to see stuff on the Civic. I know that's a big thing, and I promise I'll have some more videos. I have a lot of stuff just sitting around that needs to be done. The truth is I'm probably getting a garage built, so it'll be a lot nicer. I won't be working outside. But today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing an oil change, just a basic oil change. We're going to add some Lucas to it, because I do that every once in a while. And we're just going to do it on the Jimmy. I know it's not a big part of the channel, which I think it is, but a lot of people, you know, it doesn't get a lot of views. But the Jimmy, I do love it. So we're going to do an oil change because it's due, and I'll kind of just show you steps on a basic oil change. It's nothing crazy. So we'll show you what we're using. So I did get a new oil pan, something a little bit bigger, something that's nicer. You know, I can fill it with a couple different vehicles and then take it in to get it dumped. We got 10W30 Max Life. It's a synthetic blend, so I'm going to rock that because that's what I rock in all my cars. We have Lucas oil stabilizer, just the standard one, not the synthetic one. I'm going to put that whole bottle in there, which would be like 15% motor coverage. It says 20%. Put a whole quart in. If you're using 4 quarts, well, the Jimmy's 4.5, so whatever, it's close enough. I did buy this little cool socket for the actual oil filter because it can be a pain in the ass. A lot of times what I'm doing is I'm doing it the old school way. I'm stabbing it with a flathead screwdriver and spinning it out there because of the angle it's at. So, and then here's the oil filter. If anyone wants to know the number on a 91 Jimmy S15 4.3, it's a S3980, unless you're going Fram and some other brand, K&N I believe. So here it is, looking good. Got it on the jacks. Well, not the jacks, but the ramps. Just easy for an oil change instead of jacking it up. Got a piece of wood down here so I'm not on the rocks. But first thing first, it's going to be taking off the drain plug. So the drain plug is, where are you? It's right there by the oil filter. So after I pull it off, I'll let you know what size it is. So we're going to get started. So we got her draining. She's pretty much almost drained fully, but I'll let her drip for a while. The oil pan plug, or yeah, would be a 9/16. So pulled that right off. That's the right size. And next we're going to be doing the oil filter, if you can see it right there. But you have to get like a straight shot underneath. Can't go at an angle. Nothing fits in an angle. It hits. If you have one of the, you know, oil filter wrenches, it'll just hit. So I guess you could grab it from the bottom. But the reason why I bought this is because you just put it on the back of the filter, it grips it, and then you just put a ratchet in the back, and I'll probably put like an extension with the ratchet, and I'll screw that filter right off. So it'll make it cake. So I'm going to be pulling that off next, and then we'll go from there. So I got the oil filter off. And there's the oil filter with that socket on it. I had to actually like kind of beat it on it a little bit with this mallet because it didn't fit that one perfect. I did check it on the new oil filter and it fit perfect. So I thought for sure it was going to fit this one. It did. I'm just going to have some fun taking it back off. So let me kind of get you a good picture what it looks like under here. So there's your oil pan plug. I'm still letting it drip just so I can get as much as I can out of it. And then there is where your oil filter goes. So, and what you're going to want to do is, here's the new filter. Here's the where it adapts. If you see this little rubber gasket, what I always do is I dip my finger in new oil and I wipe this gasket just to get it wet. Now it seems weird, but I've never had an oil filter leak in my life. Never. Unless you cross-thread it, I guess, but I've never ran into that. Now you can do new oil or old oil, doesn't really matter. You just want to lube up that gasket before you tighten it on. And you're going to want to hand tight it. Hand tight it as hard as you can. Don't put the wrench on that and tighten it like it's a bolt. That's just stupid and retarded. So just, hand tighten it as hard as you can. Unless you got, some girl hands and you can't get it tight. But just do that, and we're going to go from there. So I'm going to put the new oil filter on, put the plug back in. 9/16 is the size, just to remind you. And we're probably going to fill her up after that. So let's keep going. So this Lucas is really thick. So when you put it in here, you're probably going to have to squeeze the bottle like this to fill it. And mine was kind of a hard angle to get at. So what I did is I put my thumb over the top. I didn't have to use the little thing it came with. Just put my thumb over the top until I had it at that angle, and I just dumped it in the, fill spout real quick, or the oil cap spout. So you gotta like squeeze it in there, because this stuff's like, it feels like glue. And what it does, quiets down lifters. It's for worn engines. This motor's tired. This thing does have like 170K on it, which for a not rebuilt 4.3, mostly this year, that's a long time. But this motor's solid. I mean, it runs good for me, but it quiets down ticking. It helps lube up the block real thick, the inside, all your internal parts. If you burn oil, it kind of helps slow that down because it makes the oil a little bit thicker. So I'm going to get the rest of this in here, and then I'm going to start filling it up with the 10W30. And 10W30 is recommended for this truck. This is just the synthetic blend high mileage. It's a little bit better. It has a little bit of different things in it that help a high mileage motor, last longer. So let's keep doing this. Almost done. So I did fill her up with like 4 quarts at the moment. I'm going to start her, roll her off, and let her run for a second, and then shut her off and let the oil calm down and see where I'm at, because there's always a little bit of extra oil in a block. So, but for this truck and this application, I would probably use a big oil funnel. It's just easier because that spout's so low. To get a quart in there, you're going to be spilling all over the place. Get a big funnel, you can get it all the way at the top, and you can literally angle it perfect so you don't make no mess. But filled her up, so I'll back her up off the ramps, see if I got any leaks, and if we have to add a little bit in there, we will. So I'm just letting her warm up to normal temperature, get that oil thinned out a little bit, and I'll let her cool down, and I'll check where she's at. Sounds better. She sounds a little quieter. Healthy for 170K, I tell you. So one thing I do to know my next oil change, they do it at lube shops and stuff like that. So I always put the mileage on these stickers. My next oil change is going to be at 177K. So you always do, this oil is rated like 5,000 miles or whatever, but I always do 3,000 miles. That's just how it was brought up. But if you see 174K, 272, so what I do is I just round it out. So here you go, 177,000. I was past due. If you see this, it's kind of fadey, yeah, but it says 173,500 miles. So I was a little over, but I got it done. And the reason why I do this is so I do my oil change before it's due, but it didn't work out that way last time. So, but like I said, I'm just letting her warm up, and then I'll shut her off, let her cool down, and see where my oil level is. And I bet you it's right on dot. Who knows, I might have to add a little bit, but we'll come back in a sec here. So, what's up, guys? So, we finished it. It's done. I'm going to tell you something on the oil. So this is one thing you should always remember. I can't believe I did this. So The oil is a little bit over, just a tad, very little bit on the dipstick, nothing crazy. Probably, you know, like that, something real small. I'm not gonna empty it. My truck burns oil, very little, but it burns it, so it's gonna burn it. So, whatever. It might not be the greatest thing for the motor to be over that much, but really, to be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna do anything. But this is what happened, and you need to remember this when you use that Lucas additive. I put that quart of Lucas in, went to fill it up with oil, totally forgot about putting that quart of Lucas in. I put that 1 quart, so that means I only need to fill it up with 3.5 quarts. Well, what did I do? I filled it with almost 4 quarts. Like, filled it probably, I would say like 3.75 quarts, you know, like right there, right under 4, like a quarter to 4. So I'm over by that. So luckily I didn't fill it up with as much oil as it's supposed to hold, because then I would have been way over and I would have been pulling the plug out to empty some of it out. But since I'm only over a little bit and I know it will burn it, I'm just gonna run it till it burns it. I'm pretty sure it'll burn it, because what happens is the Jimmy burns it on startup. Doesn't burn it driving, nothing, not really. What happens is I get oil bypass when the truck is sitting, so oil will sit on one of my cylinders. So on startup, I get smoke. Within like 5 or 10 seconds, the smoke goes away and my truck's fine. Now I might burn a little bit of oil driving, but mostly it is on startup because I have blow by or, you know, leak by on one of my cylinders. So I will burn it, and it's just such a little amount. I'm not worried about hurting my motor. So, but that's how you change oil on a Jimmy, except for my mess up. So, you know, you got to remember, if you're putting a quart of Lucas in, you need to only put 3.5 quarts of oil. If you're going to do a normal oil change with no Lucas, 4.5 quarts. That's what they hold. So, oh well, it runs fine. I am a little over, I'm not going to lie. So, that's it for the Jimmy. There are future plans for the Jimmy. New front bumper. I broke one of my side markers. Well, not my side marker, my blinker. Got to replace that. Those were brand new. Last, I did the spacers on the front wheels, if you can tell from this. So, there is a couple things. I'm putting a double din in it. I'm going to be ripping all the interior out, doing, you know, an amp and sub, wiring it all, and probably dyno matting it. So that'll be another video. Got to put a tack in it. That'll be another video. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming to the Jimmy. So, you know, just keep watching my videos. I know you guys really want to see the Civic, and I know I haven't done any videos on it. I'm very sorry about that. I know you want to see some of the Porsche. The Porsche is right behind me right here. So, I just got actually some sick-ass Crowell 4-point harnesses in gray from my dad. My dad hooked me up. They're a little older because they were in his Razor, but they're sick. They're thick 4-point harnesses, and they're not cheap harnesses. And I was gonna buy them from him from $80. I'll probably still give him $80 because I feel bad for taking them. But he's like, "Take them, bro. I don't care. Have them." And so when the roll cage goes in the Porsche, it'll get its 4-point harnesses. It'll be dope. You know, one little thing out of the way right there. But yeah, keep watching my videos, and please like them. You know, comment, subscribe. To all the haters out there, keep watching my videos. Hate on me all you want. You're just making me money, so I really don't care. I know you guys like to talk trash every once in a while, but I really care about my subscribers that, you know, love my channel. So it will be blowing up more. Like I said, I'm going to be getting a garage built, so that'll be sick. More videos to come after that, because, you know, it's going to be more intense. I'll be able to do more. And that's it for the video, man. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, like I said. And, you know, any of you S10 guys, or any of you S15, or, you know, Chevy, GMC, whatever dudes, you know, watch my videos on the Jimmy, you know, and just watch my other videos. So there's definitely going to be more future projects after I get started or get done with some of these, like the Civic and stuff. And just to prove the Civic's nowhere, it's right there. So it's still there. It runs. I got injectors, fuel pump, harnesses from the injectors. Just need to put that in. More videos on that. And a tune. So, alright, man. Keep watching my channel. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, all my supporters. We'll keep blowing this thing up.